Hi, welcome to Copenhagen. Thanks for dropping in. Hope everybody is doing well. Today I am having a look at Rose Sparkle Putty from Diamond Art Club. Some people may recognise this envelope from the last video I did where I was looking at the brand new Diamond Art Club diamond painting pen. Today I am going to look at the other thing that was in the envelope. So as it says in the title, this is Rose Sparkle Putty from Diamond Art Club. So take it out of the packaging and you can see we have the familiar Diamond Art Club colours. So we have the Diamond Art Club Do What Makes You Sparkle logo at the top. Then we have Rose Sparkle Sticky Reusable Adhesive, non-toxic. We have 10 pieces and it is scented. So this is scented wax putty for diamond painting. And if you look at the back, it says Rose Sparkle Sticky. Our putty is crafted to enhance your diamond painting experience for effortless pickup and placement of your diamonds. Gently press the tip of the applicator into the wax, then begin applying diamonds to your canvas. And then we have all the Diamond Art Club socials, and Diamond Art Club made in China, exclusively distributed by Diamond Art Club LLC, and the address. And that's pretty much it. So the thing is, this is a big step away from the Diamond Art Club pink wax that we're all used to seeing, the little heart-shaped containers. So now they have come up with a putty that should mean you don't have to fill the tip of your pen as often as you do with the pink wax. So we'll open it up, a little clear sticker on this. I wish I had nails. There we go. Maybe. Yep. So we'll open it up, see what we've got. So we have a little bag, and you can feel there's a glue strip. It feels like a glue strip, yep. So peel that open, and then try and get it with the cover. There we go. So this is what we have. We have, now it's clear on one side. Okay. I thought it was just going to be sandwiched between two sheets of this stuff, but the front is just like a clear cover, like a diamond painting. And then we have these rectangles of putty. Now they are pretty big, not that thick. I have tried putties in the past, did not get on with them at all because you had to scrape. It was very hard and you had to scrape little pieces into the tip of the pen. You also had to have it warmed up as well, which meant for some women they put it inside their bra to warm it, which I couldn't do. So I sat that on my shoulder under my t-shirt for a while to warm it up, which softened it slightly. The whole experience for me was just far too much hassle. I just want stuff that basically I stick the pen in, twist it and it's done, like the pink wax. So thankfully this isn't a big slab of, a big thick slab of something. It is thin, so I'm hoping that basically I can just push the pen in and turn it, cut a little hole, exactly the same as a pink wax. So the thing that I forgot is it's scented. So this is Rose Scented Sparkle Sticky. I think that's what they're calling it. So Sparkle Sticky seems to be the name, and this one is Rose. You can also get it non-scented, which is white. So instead of having this pink colour, it is just a white or grey. I'm not sure probably grey actually. But I decided to try the scented one, just because, no other reason. So of course I have to have a little sniff at it. Yeah, it's not overpowering. It's okay. Sometimes with the scented waxes, they go a bit crazy, I think, but yeah, it's not bad at all. Yeah, it's not something that as soon as you open the package you can smell it all through the room, which I quite like. Personally, probably I would normally just go for the non-scented, but I was just curious to see how strongly scented this is, so that's why I decided to buy this one. So that is it. Not much else to say about that. The only thing to do now is to actually try it. So for this part, I am going to use Leo as my smiling assistant. So what I've done is I've taken the clear cover off, but you don't want to leave areas as large as this open, because it's just asking for something to land on it: pet hairs, human hairs, dust, crumbs, whatever. So what I normally do is I cover up with release papers. So I thought I would just show this, because there's always a chance that somebody is dropping in for the first time, might not know what release papers are or how to use them. So all I do is cover up over the edges, so that I cover all of the glue, including the little bit that sticks out the sides, and then I work it backwards. So I normally start in the bottom right hand corner, so what I do is I work the sheets back the way. So we've got, I'm not being too accurate with it, as long as it's covered, that is the main thing. So then we have one underneath. You always have an overlap as well, so you can peel the sheets off easily. That'll make sense in a minute when I show you how I start. So these release papers are double-sided, so it doesn't matter which way I lay them, they're not going to stick to the glue, and they'll come off nice and easy. So just a couple more to go. So the way that I work it is cover up the diamond painting with these little sheets, and then when I'm ready to start, I peel up the first sheet in the bottom right hand corner, and then this would be the section. It just happens it's only a strip, but I would do this section, then this section, then this section, and then move up this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, finished. So what I'm going to do now is I'll move the camera a bit closer, and I'm going to have my first try of this new putty. So the last thing I do is I cover over the release papers with these mats. Every time you see a video and you see these mats, there is always a diamond painting underneath. So we actually have a diamond painting underneath these mats, and now we have another diamond painting on top, covered with these mats. So it just happens to be purple is the main colour in this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up the pen. As I said, I haven't used these particular tips before. I haven't even used this pen before. This is the pen that I had a look at in the previous video. If you're interested to learn more about the pen, I will put a link in the description and you can have a look at it. This is the new Diamond Art Club design, and it has screw fit tips in either end. So you can screw your single placer in one end and screw the multiplacer in the other. Fits nice and tight, no more wobble or shake or anything, but you can check the video out in the description. So now I'll just peel back the clear cover. I'm just going to do this exactly as I would do pink wax. So get it near the corner, press it in, turn it around, lift it out, and it didn't work very well. So it takes a bit of practice, I think. So we'll see, just work with it, get used to it. So I'm just pushing it into the actual tip of the pen. I think probably need a bit more than that. I can feel it is very, very tacky. Very. So I'm just going to push. A bit stringy. The other thing with these putties seems to be the environment plays a bit in it. So if you have a humid environment, a hot environment, a cold environment, it can change the consistency. I don't know if it does it with this one, but it's just something that I've learned. So I'm just trying to get that little piece off. So I think we'll go with that. Just see how it goes. It's all an experiment. So that is, should be a hole, but I think I maybe pulled it as I was taking it out. It's not exactly the same as pink wax. So we'll just start. This is not the largest diamond painting that Diamond Art Club do. 6 colours in this one. And this is the main colour. So when I diamond paint and I use wax, I mean nowadays I use tweezers pretty much all the time, but when I do use wax, I'm very, very gentle. I just touch the drill, I don't press on it, and I just touch the glue, I don't press on it. So it is very, very sticky. I can feel it's definitely stickier than pink wax. The thing, well, I was going to say the problem, but it's maybe not a problem. The thing is, when you put place drills and they aren't exactly in the right place, like these aren't, because I'm still getting used to this stuff, just rubbing a bit more off the tip of the pen, because it was going around the edge, which I don't like. Now I've got this drill is too high, and I'm going to try and move it. So normally with the pen, I would just put it on the. Okay, it worked. It's actually put a dimple in the wax. So again, I can see there's little threads and things. I'm taking them off because I don't want them in the diamond painting. So these are a little bit out. I'm also diamond painting sitting further back than normal because the camera is in the way. So that could be a factor that they're not quite straight as normal. But I just want to try and get some down. So all I'm doing is when I put the drills down, I'm just lining or as best as I can, I'm lining the bottom edge of the circle to the bottom of the diamond painting. Once I start building up a checkerboard pattern, I can sort of push things more into place. Didn't pick that one up right. Still getting a bit of excess, just taking that off. That happens with pink wax as well, just until it gets seated in. If you've got a bit too much, it squishes out the tip and then you get residue. So the pink wax does exactly the same thing. So I'm sitting sort of a bit further back than normal and off to the side, so it's a bit more difficult to judge where I'm placing these drills. But I know I can fix anything that needs fixed. And got 2, that's because there's a little bit of residue again around the edge. So I'll take that off. I mean, I can tell it is a lot stickier than pink wax, so I'm not going to be surprised at all if it lasts a lot longer. It's just getting used to it because it is so sticky. I'm still getting little bits around the edge. So it means when I pick up a drill, if I happen to touch the one next to it, it's picking that up as well, which I don't want. So every time I get that, I just wipe around the edge of the tip of the pen and remove any putty. I was going to say wax. Remove any putty that's stuck there. So I'm doing the checkerboard. I've found this is definitely the best way to go to keep things nice and straight. Once you start filling in the gaps, the drills start to push each other into place. The only ones that you have to really pay attention to are the ones along the edge. So if I see that these need slightly tweaked, I'll move them. But once you've got that set up, it's basically you're just building up on that. So if you start off with it pretty straight, it will stay pretty straight. But doing the checkerboard, basically you're sort of concentrating on every drill you're putting down on the first pass, and then when you come back, all you're doing is filling in the gaps. You don't have to concentrate as much, especially with rounds, because you don't even have to line them up because they're a circle. So with squares, you have to make sure the edges of the square are lined up. Got a nice tick. Going to pull back. That's the putty releasing the drill. Oops, dropped it. The harder you press the pen, the more residue you're going to get coming out. It does take a little bit of time to get settled in, but I can see a tiny piece sticking out, so I'll take that off just now. I'll just do to the end of this row and then I'll go back and fill in, I think. Don't want the video being too long. But have plans for Leo and the putty and this pen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to see how much I can place with one dot. So I'll just continue until the pen isn't picking up anymore, and then I'll do another video in the future so you can see how many drills I managed to place with one dot of putty. I do think it's going to be a lot, but there's only one way to find out. But as I said, the thing is, there are things that can change it. How hard you press the pen, maybe the humidity in the room, the temperature. All of these things could have an effect. So just because I get X number of drills out of one dot doesn't mean that someone else will. They might get more, they might get less. But I think keeping things level, when you diamond paint with this compared to your pink wax, I genuinely think this is going to last longer. But that's why I brought out this diamond painting that I hadn't started, so we can see how much I get with one dot. And then what I'm going to do, I'm only going to go halfway across. I'm going to do what I can, working on half the diamond painting. I don't know, I might even get half done or more, I don't know. But if I don't get half done, what I'm going to do is start on the other side with Diamond Art Club pink wax. So then we'll get a direct comparison of how many drills I place with the putty and how many drills I place with the wax. But all I can say is just now it feels extremely sticky. Now it's settled down, you can see I'm not messing about as much, picking off residue and stuff. It's just that initial part where you fill the pen, but if you fill it all the way, it means when the top of the drill goes into the wax, it squeezes wax out the sides of the pen. Oh, I said I was going to, right, okay, I said I was going to start back again, so well, I forgot. It's just habit. Normally I would just do the whole thing checkerboard and then come back and fill it all back in. And a little bit of residue again, caught the side of that drill. So now we're going along. Now when I'm doing this, what I'm doing is I'm basically aiming the drill up to the bottom of the drill above to try and keep it in line. The edges are the most, the part where you should be paying most concentration, or concentrating the most, I should say, because if you can get the edge straight and you're building up from that, it makes things a lot easier. If you've got your drills going up and down, half on, half off, it means the drills above are going to do the same thing, and it makes it a lot harder to fix. So that's first row, and then we'll go along. And this is where it gets easier, because all you're doing is just putting the drill in the gap. There isn't really anywhere else for it to go. And that will push drills. If they're slightly off, it will push them into place. And that's why I really enjoy using the checkerboard. I think it works very well. I'll just go to the end of the show, I think. I don't think anybody wants to watch me placing. That's again, it went off, it slipped and then it caught the side. I don't think anybody wants to watch me just sitting placing drills for an hour. So that's it, just started. And what I would do is, when I look at it, if I see drills that I think, it's not quite right, I would just push them. I was curious to see if the putty would let me do that without leaving strings and residue. Looking at it, I can't see any residue. Pretty sure there isn't any, but that's because I've been constantly just wiping around the edge to make sure there isn't anything there, because what will happen is it'll sit there for a while and eventually it'll come off and it'll stick to a drill, and if you keep going you'll end up with little pieces of putty, or the pink wax does the same thing. You'll end up with little pieces all through your diamond painting. You don't notice them from a distance once the picture's up, but for me, just knowing they're there, I have to remove them. So it would mean going over the diamond painting, using tweezers to try and pick it off. So rather than doing that, I try and make sure that the tip of the pen is as clean as possible. That's now right. The tip is as full as it needs to be, slightly concave, so the drill touches it and sticks. There is nothing around the tip of the pen. So from now on, it should just be a matter of picking up drills and placing them until it doesn't pick up anymore. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to work on this one. I'll mark halfway and I'll try and see how much I can get with one dot of putty, and then on the other side I'll use one dot of pink wax, and then I'll do a video in the future and we can have a look at them and see how they compare. So that was Rose Sparkle Sticky from Diamond Art Club. That is their brand new diamond painting putty. It seems okay to me. It is definitely different from the pink wax. Pink wax is easier to cut a clean hole. The putty is a bit softer, but once it gets settled in, it seems to be absolutely fine. Never had any real issues with it. The pink wax is the same, and I start with pink wax. For the first few drills, the pink wax tends to sort of squeeze out of the tip, and you have to keep cleaning it off. Once it gets settled in, it works fine. It is definitely stickier than pink wax. You could hear it, that click that you could hear was the wax, sorry, the putty coming off the drill. So it is very, very sticky. How long it's going to last, I have no idea. So that's why I decided, okay, what I'm going to do is I'll take half of this diamond painting, work on it with the putty, see how far it goes. I mean, for all I know, I could do more than half. If I do, I'll start working on the rest, and then we'll see just how much of the diamond painting gets done. I'd be very surprised if it does it all, but I wouldn't say it won't. We'll just have to wait and see. But it does feel as if it's going to work very well. The humidity and temperature and all that stuff, how much it's going to affect this particular putty, I have no idea. It's just, as I said, from past experience, some putties are extremely hard and you have to scrape them into the pen, which for me is just forget it. I don't want to be wasting time doing that. And having to warm it up or cool it down and all that stuff, I'm just not interested. I want to diamond paint. So the pink wax, you just stick the pen in, twist it and start, and just keep doing that. So we'll see how it goes. Initial impressions though is it's definitely going to last longer, but the proof is in the pudding. So I will do a follow-up video once I've got the drills placed. If I get more than halfway, it'll just be showing how much I got done. If I get it all done, I'm going to have to start another diamond painting and see how much I get into that one. So it will be a video saying, okay, I did all of this and this. Whether that happens or not, I have no idea. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in seeing more unboxings, unbaggings, comparisons, experiments, please feel free to subscribe and hit the notification button. If you do that, you may catch me live on YouTube Live. I may very well be working on Leo, and you can drop in and give me your thoughts. The other thing that I didn't mention that I hadn't really noticed is there actually is some sparkle in this putty. It's called Sparkle Sticky. If you look at it under a light and tilt it back and forward, you can see little sparkles in it. So that's where the name comes from, Sparkle Sticky. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and in the meantime, take care, be safe, and wash your hands.